So look here in this question, point number 2, point number 1. Based on the following information, arrange the following orbitals in the increasing order of their energy. So here 1s, that means 1 plus 0. Okay, 1s, that means 1 plus 0, so it will be 0 only. 2s means 1 plus 0, but that means 1. Okay, 1. And 2s, that means 2. And 3s, that means 3. And 2p means 2 plus 1, that is 3. So it is having the same order, 1s, then 2s, then 2p, then uh, no. Out of these 3 and 3, we have to compare that the principal counter number 2 is here. So therefore, this 2p will be uh, after the 2s. So here 1s will be first, then the 2s will be second, and then the 2p will be there, and then at the last there will be 3s will be present. Okay, then in the case of this b, point number b, in the case of the point number b, 4s means 4 plus 0. So 4 plus 0 means what? 4 only. 4 plus 0 means 4. So I will write down 4 here. 3 plus 0, that means 3. Okay, 3 I will write down. And 3p, 3 plus p, what is the value of p? P is one value. Okay, p is having, so 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 will be 4 here, so 4 value. And for the d value it is 2, so 4 plus 2, that means 6. So it is 6. Now if I want to compare between the 4 value of 3p and 4 value of the 4s value, then I have to see the principal quantum number here, which one is less. So 3p is the less, so 3p. Okay, but the 3s will be first here, lower energy. So there will be 3s will be the lower energy. Then after that, between the comparison of the 3, 4, 4, there will be 3p will be lesser value. So therefore 3p will be there less, then 4s orbital will be there. And after that 4d value will be there. Okay, so this is the increasing energy level. Then after that, point number c, if we see the point number c, then it is given that it is 5p. 5p means 5 plus 1, 5 plus 1, that is 6. Okay, 4d, that means the 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2, that means also 6. And 5d means 5 plus 5 plus 2, 5 plus 2, that means 7. And 4f, 4f means 4 plus 4 plus 3, 4 plus 3, that means also 7. And 6s means 6 plus 0, that is 6. Now there are 3 6 values are there, so for 5p, 4d, and 6s. So out of these we have to select the lowest principal quantum number, that is 4d. So 4d will be the lowest energy level, then 5p will be the lowest energy, then 6s will be the lowest energy. And after that, in between the 7 and 7, I will have to compare, that is a 5d will be lesser value, so therefore 5d will be there. And after that, the last one, no, no, 5d not 5d, 4f will be there, 4f will be there, and then 5d. Okay, because the principal quantum number 4f is less. Okay, so therefore 4f will be there, which is having the lesser energy. And then 5d. Okay, okay, then see the point number d. And in this point number d, there is 5f is given. 5f, that means 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8. 6D means 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, that is 8, that is also 8. Then 7s, that means 7 only, 7 plus 0 7. 7p, that means 7 plus 1, that is also 8. Now there are three 8s are there. Out of these three 8s we have to see which one is having the lower principal quantum number. So here 5f is having the lower quantum number, 5 uh, uh, no, no. The 7 is having the lowest number. So 7s will be the lowest number, lower energy. Then after that we have to compare between the 3 8 values. And out of that 3 8 values, the 5f will be having the lower energy because of lower quantum number, lower principal quantum number. And then 6d is also having the lower principal quantum number. And then last one is the 7p. 7p. So this is the increasing energy level. Okay. So like this we have to arrange the increasing energy level. Okay. Then see the question number 2. Based upon the above information, solve the question given below. Questions जो है हमें दिखाने हैं, which of the following detail has the lowest energy? Which of the following orbital has the lowest energy? उसमें से कौन सी लोएस्ट एनर्जी है, ये हमें दिखानी है. सो हियर 5d 4d 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2, that means here 6, 4 plus 2 means 6, 4f means 4 plus 3, that is 7, and 5s means 5 plus 0, that is 5 only, 5 only, and 5p, that means 5 plus 1, that is 6. Now out of this, which one is having the lower value? 5. Okay, 5s will be the lower value. So lowest value is 5s. Okay. Then see the uh, next question, B question. Here 5p is written. 5p means 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1, that means 6 here. Then 5d means 5 plus 2, that is 7 here. And 5f, the 5 plus 3, that is 8 here. Then 6s, that is 6 only. 6p means 7. Now out of this, which one is having the lower value? Lower value is 6 6. Now out of this 6 6, we have to compare which one is having the lower principal quantum number. That is 6p. Sorry, 5p. 5p is having the, and which one is having the highest energy? We have to find out the highest energy. So 8 value is having the highest value. So therefore 5f, the answer will be 5f. Okay, 5f is having the highest energy. Then question number 28, which of the following will not show deflection from the path on passing through the electric field? So neutron is a neutral atom which is not having any charge, so therefore neutron will not show any deflection, okay, through the electric field. Then the question number 29, an atom is having the atomic mass 13 has the 7 neutrons. So atomic mass, if 13 minus 7, 13 minus 7 is how much? 13 minus 7, that is 6. 6 is the number of the protons here. What is the atomic number of an atom? So number of proton is 7, number of proton is 6, that means the atomic number is also 6. Then see the question number 30, wavelength of different radiation are given below. Lambda is equal to 300 nanometer, lambda is equal to 300 micrometer, lambda is equal to 3 nanometer, and lambda is equal to 30 Armstrong unit. Now as you know that the we have to arrange the radiation in the increasing energies, as you know that the wavelength, longer the wavelength, the lower will be the energy in it. So here we have to see which one is having the longer wavelength, so that will be having the lowest energy. So longer wavelength, you can see that here 300 longer wavelength is the 300 micrometer is the longer wavelength. So 300 micrometer, then after that 300 nanometer, and then 3 nanometer, and the 3 nanometer is 3 nanometer is equal to 30 Armstrong. So here both of them are same, because Armstrong unit is 10 raised to power minus 10 meters, and the nanometer unit is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 9 meters. Okay, so 30 Armstrong is equal to 3 nanometers. So both of them are same, but 30 micrometer is having more very large wavelength. So 30 micrometer will be having the lowest energy, then the 300 nanometer, and then the both of these 3 nanometer and 30 Armstrong unit. So the lowest energy will be carried out by the 300 micrometer wavelength, that means B. So there will be B will be having the lowest. So I will write down like this: B will be having the lowest, then A, and then C is equal to D. C is equal to D because 30 Armstrong unit is equal to 3 nanometer. Okay. Then question number 31. The electronic configuration of valence shell of copper is 3d10 in 4s1, is not 3d10 in 4s2. How this is the how this configuration is explained? इसका explanation कैसे करेंगे? तो यहाँ पे आप देखो कि द बैलेंस electronic configuration of copper is 3d10 4s1 and not 3d9 4s2, because of what? Because in some elements, when the two subshells differ slightly in their energies, the electrons shift from the subshell of the lower energy to the subshell of higher energy. So it has been found that there is extra stability associated with these electronic configuration. So 3d10 is completely filled orbital, and therefore from the 4s orbital the electron transfer to the 3d orbital to have the extra stability in this state. Okay, so therefore this configuration of copper is 3d10 and 4s2, sorry, 4s1. Then next question 32 question. The Balmer series in the hydrogen spectrum corresponds to the transition from N1, that is equal to 2, to N2, that is equal to 3, 4. This series lies in the visible region. Calculate the wave number of line associated with the transition in the Balmer series when the electron moves from N is equal to 4 moves to N is equal to 4 orbit. Now for this case, what we have to find out is the wave number, and how I can find out the wave number, that is the question. So wave number formula is mu bar. So mu bar is equal to, now I will apply this number, that is 1096 uh, 77 77, and here 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon 4 square, 1 upon 4 square. So after calculation of this, uh, after calculation of this, we will have the answer of the वेव नंबर का आंसर यहाँ पे मुझे मिलेगा 20564 20564.44. So 20564 is the wave number. Okay. Then question number 33. According to de Broglie, matter should exhibit dual behavior, that is both particle and wave-like properties. However, the cricket ball of 100 grams does not move like a wave when it is thrown by the bowler at a speed of 100 km per hour. Calculate the wavelength of the ball and explain why it does not show wave nature. ये वेव नेचर क्यों नहीं दिखाता है, ये इसके बारे में मुझे एक्सप्लेन करना है. तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे, उसके लिए हम डी ब्रॉगलीज इक्वेशन को यहाँ पे लिखेंगे. व्हाट इज डी ब्रॉगलीज इक्वेशन? तो डी ब्रॉगलीज इक्वेशन इज लैम्बडा इज इक्वल टू एच बाय एम वी. ये है डी ब्रॉगलीज इक्वेशन. यम जो है वो 100 ग्राम्स है, जो क्रिकेट बॉल का जो वेट है 100 grams, and 100 grams should be converted into kilogram, that is 0.1 kilogram. So mass we have to take it as a 0.1 kilogram. Now the velocity is 100 kilometer per hour, so that we have to convert it uh, into seconds. So 100 kilometers should be converted into the kilometer. So 100 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60, and that is the velocity. And h, as you know, 6.626 into 10 raised to power minus 34. And then here so velocity, I should have to write down the velocity, that is 100 kilometer. So 100 into 1000, then it will be converted into meter, and 60 into 60, that will be converted into the second. So meter per second, it will be converted into meter per second. So this 0, and this 0 is cancelled, and then it will become 1000 divided by 36. So it is 1000 divided by 36. Okay. And then what I will do is I will substitute here the 6.626 into 10 raised to power minus 34 divided by 0.1. Here 0.1 is the m, and v is the 1000 divided by 36. 1000 divided by 36. Then I will calculate all these things, and then lambda value is coming out to be 238.5 into 10 raised to power minus 36. So that is the lambda value. Now here the lambda value is very less. The wavelength is very less. So since the wavelength is too small, it too small to be detected. It cannot be detected. Then it is so small that it cannot be detected. So it does not show wave nature. Therefore, it does not show the wave nature. Okay. So this is the answer. Then see the next question. Question number 34. What is the experimental evidence in support of idea that electronic energies in the atom are quantized? Classical mechanics fails when they applied to the macroscopic microscopic object like electron, atom, and molecule, etc. This is because the classical mechanics ignores the concept of the dual nature of the matter. The branch of science that takes into account this dual behavior of the matter is called as the quantum mechanics. तो ड्यूअल बिहेवियर जो यूज़ करता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स. So here the next question is question number 35. Out of electron and proton, which one will have the higher velocity to produce the matter wave of same wavelength? Explain it. So out of the electron and proton, uh, I will be having the de Broglie's equation, and I will use it. De Broglie's equation is what? Lambda is equal to h by mv, that is the, and the mv is what? Mv is the p, that means the momentum. Whereas m is the mass of the particle and v is the velocity of the electron, velocity of the particle. Lighter mass, lighter the mass, higher will be the velocity. जितना मास कम होगा उतना ज़्यादा उसकी वेलोसिटी होगी velocity of the particle. Electron will have the higher velocity, so therefore electron will be having the higher velocity. Okay, then question number 36. Hypothetical electromagnetic wave is shown in the figure. Find out the wavelength of the radiation. Wavelength हमें find out करना है radiation का. उसमें so wavelength, it may be defined that the distance between the two neighboring crests or two uh, troughs of the wave as shown is denoted by lambda. So lambda is equal to 4 into 2.16. तो यहाँ से सपोज मैं यहाँ पे ये क्रेस्ट है और यहाँ पे ये क्रेस्ट है, दो सक्सेसिव क्रेस्ट है. अब इस इन सारी चीज़ों को मैं अगर इस तरह से कर देता हूँ, ओके, तो ये चार पार्ट बनते हैं. वन पार्ट, देन सेकेंड पार्ट, देन थर्ड पार्ट, देन फोर्थ पार्ट. So 4 times, it is 4 times of the 2.16. So 4 into 2.16, 4 into 2.16, that is 8.64. So that is the wavelength picometer, in the picometer. Okay, then next question, 37 question. Chlorophyll is present in the green leaves of the plant, absorbs light of 4.62 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz. Calculate the wavelength of radiation in nanometer. Which part of the electromagnetic spectrum does it belong to? So what we have to calculate is that the wavelength. So what I will do, uh, I will calculate the wavelength by this formula. Lambda is equal to lambda is equal to c by mu, and what is c? As you know that c is the speed of the light, 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, uh, divided by the uh, that is the mu is 4.62 into 10 raised to power 14. So if I divide this, then I will have the lambda value. So the lambda value is coming out to be 0.64 0.6494 0.6494, 0.65 approximately, and into 10 raised to power minus 6 into 10 raised to power minus 6 meters. So here it will be 649 nanometer, 649 nanometers. Okay, so that will be the it belongs to the visible light spectrum. Okay, visible light में वो आ जाता है. Then question number 40, the effect of the uncertainty is significant only for motion of the microscopic particles, and it is negligible for the macroscopic particle. Justify the statement with the help of the suitable example. Now here, as you know, okay, तो ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 40 आ गया. तो 40 आ गया तो हम इसको सॉल्व करते हैं कैसे. देखो, as you know that the uncertainty principle is delta v into delta x is equal to h by 4 pi m. Okay, so h value as you know, and 4 pi value is also known, and the m value, if we consider the mass as 10 raised to power minus 6. Okay, then 10 raised to power minus 6 kilogram, that means 1 milligram. Then this uncertainty will be 0.52 into 10 raised to power minus 28 meter per second. uh, okay, that is the question number 40. Then we'll see the next question. What is the difference between orbit and orbital? Now orbital and orbit, orbit is a circular path. Okay, orbit is a circular path. So if I have to divide between the orbit and orbital, then orbit is a circular path like this, and orbital is the probability of finding the electrons. Here various kinds of these dot 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 like this, they are present in the, these are the dots, the probability of the electron. So that is the difference. So orbital is a three-dimensional structure, three-dimensional space around the nucleus in which the probability of finding the electron is maximum. That is difference between orbit and orbital. The second point is there is that orbit represents the planar motion. It is in the plane. Okay, it is a circular circle is in the plane. And another point, in the second point in the orbital, is that it represents the three-dimensional motion of the electron. So three-dimensional motion is different. And the point number 3 is that all the orbits are circular and disc like. And in the third point, in below, the orbital is different, orbitals have different shapes. S orbital spherical, then p orbital dumbbell shape, then d orbital double shape like this. Okay, then the question number 39, the table tennis ball has 10 grams and the speed of 90 meter per second. If the speed can be measured within the accuracy of 4 percentage, what will be the uncertainty in the speed of the position? So for the uncertainty in the speed of the ball, what is that is 4 percentage. So 4 percentage is a 90%, 90. So 4 percentage of the 90, 4 percentage of 90, that means what I will do, 90 into 4 divided by 100. So 90 into 4 divided by 100, that is coming out to be 3.6. Okay, it's 3.6 meter per second. That is the uncertainty in the speed of the ball. Now uncertainty in the position, uncertain for calculating the uncertainty in the position. So that will be having the value h by 4 pi m into delta v. So as you know, delta x into delta v is equal to h by 4 pi m. This is the equation, and if I want to find out the uncertainty in the position, that is the delta x. So delta x will be h by 4 pi m into delta v. Okay, so for h value, as you know, 6.626 into 10 raised to power minus 34 into divided by 4 into 3.14 into the mass of the ball is 10 grams. 10 grams should be converted into kilogram by multiplying it by the 1 upon 1000, that is 10 raised to power minus 3, and it is multiplied by 3.6. 3.6 is the uncertainty in the velocity, okay, delta v. Then if I divide this, then I will have the value, that is 1.46 into 10 raised to power minus 33. So that is the answer, and that will be the uncertainty in the position. Uncertainty in the position. Okay, then see the question number 41. Hydrogen atom has only one electron, so mutual repulsion between the electron is absent. However, multi-electron atoms mutual repulsion between the electrons is significant. How does this the energy of an electron in the orbitals of the same principal quantum number and multi-electron atoms? So here what will happen? The answer is the energy of an electron in the hydrogen atom is determined by principal quantum number. Principal quantum number 1s is having the lower energy than 2s energy. 2s is equal to 2p energy. Then 2p is lesser than 3s orbital energy, and 3s and 3p are same. 3p and 3d are same. Then 4s orbital is slightly increased, and then 4s and 4p are same. 4p and 4d are same. 4d and 4f are same. The energy of an electron in the multi-electron system, uh, unlike that of the unlike that un, unlike that of the hydrogen atom, depends only upon its principal quantum number, but also on the azimuthal quantum number, that is for a given principal quantum number SPD of at all have different energies. Okay,